Hello everyone, Orange here. Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to my April 2016 Trial of Ascension series. I had a request to go over Floor 99 from a viewer, so I thought I would go ahead and do that today. I'm assuming you guys don't have troubles on the first two waves and it's just the third wave. If you guys are struggling on the first two waves, leave a comment and I will try to get to you and help you as best as I can, but I'm pretty sure it's just the third wave, so that's all I'm going to cover. So this third wave is a Leo, 2 Verds, and then 2 Spectras. So there are some mechanics going on in this level, and once you understand them, it'll help you a lot to beat it, because you'll understand which monsters you can bring that'll be effective. Maybe you have some monsters that I haven't mentioned that would be effective, so I'm going to try to cover everything, so if you happen to have those other monsters that I don't mention, you can know to put them in and try them out. Okay, so Leo has a passive skill that basically makes everyone's attack speed the same. There is still a specific turn order, which you guys will see. I don't exactly know how the turn order works. I know it kind of depends on like who's faster. Like, I'm pretty sure Leo always moves first and then it's whoever's fastest. It's kind of weird because I don't know, it's kind of weird. That's kind of a little bit irrelevant though. That only kind of matters in PvP. So for now, all you guys need to know is that everyone's attack speed is basically the same. So, since everyone's attack speed is the same, speed buffs and speed debuffs will not work as long as a Leo is alive. So the way we can get rid of passives basically is to either kill Leo, or we can Oblivion him with Tessarion. So, you could consider bringing Tessarion to Oblivion the Leo, and then I would probably Oblivion the Verdehiles after Leo, and if you do that, the level should be quite easy. That's an option that you can use. I don't have Tessarion, I haven't tried it. It's just an idea I have that I'm giving to you guys that you can try out. So, like I said, one of two ways to get rid of his passive. Kill him or Oblivion him. So, there are kind of another two ways to approach the level. We either can kill Leo first, or we can not kill him first. If we don't kill him first, I would highly recommend trying to tank out the level, because it could be long, especially since both of your attack speeds are the same. Your buffs aren't going to be up as long on the enemies as they would be if you had the enemies slowed. So you could try tanking it out, or you could do kind of a hybrid where you do kind of tank it out, but you also go for Leo first. So I have Beretta Leader here, and I have my Sky Tribe Totem at level 9, but those actually don't matter at all because Leo is alive. Once he's dead, my speed will kick back in and it should be okay. Like, the level should get slightly easier. So right now, Beretta's pretty much doing nothing as a leader, so you could always consider putting Vero as a leader to help you and your team tank a little bit more. I would suggest trying that. And then, so like I said, since speed buffs and slows do not work at all, what do we do when that's not the case? We what's the word I'm looking for? We change our attack bar. So that's why Verdehiles and Spectras are so strong and why they are paired with Leo. Because attack bar, they're skills that reduce your attack bar, and Verd's skill where he boosts your attack bar has nothing to do with speed. It's just a flat amount that he will boost your attack bar by. Attack bars do kind of increase according to your speed, but everyone's attack bar is going to be, for the most part, increasing at the same rate. So, to beat this level, I decided to bring my Verdehile and my Spectra. And I have Spectra here because I'm going to be going for Leo first, and once he's dead, I want to make sure that I have my slow on the enemies as soon as possible, if not already on them. Every single time my Spectra's third skill is up, I'm going to be using it because I want to keep pushing their attack bar back, and then with my Verdehile, I will be boosting my own attack bar. So Leo moves first, which is typical for Leos, and then right there I try to get a little bit of a pushback once again. They have a slow debuff on them, but it's not slowing them at all, because Leo is still alive. So what's very strong on this level is stunners. That's why I have my Beretta and my Vero. If you don't have Verdehile, I would highly recommend using Arya. We just had a secret dungeon for Arya, so if you have her, she's a great option because if you land a glancing hit onto the Verdehiles, like if you put your glancing debuff on them, they can't crit if they glance. So that's another really, really strong way to manipulate the rate at which the enemies are getting turns if they're critting you less. So Arya is a really good option. If you don't have Arya, if you have Arya, I always like to stick to my standard core team, which is Beretta, Vero, Bella. And then the last 2 slots are kind of open. This team you see right here is probably the most optimal team you can run. Anything more, or I would probably say Arya instead of Spectra would be the most optimal team as far as I'm aware, but my Arya is not built because I just recently got her, so I haven't built her yet. I would put her in there instead of Spectra, and then if you don't have Verd, I would probably go with Arya and Spectra. Even though their slow is overlapping, you'll land that AoE glancing on them, and you'll still be pushing their attack bars back with Spectra. Of course, you don't have to use Spectra in that case. If you want to go for something safer, you could go with Arya and then pretty much anything. So once again, probably the most safe option, I guess, would probably be Vero lead, then Beretta, Bella, Arya, and then pretty much anything. You don't have to run Spectra. You could run anything, I think, and it would probably work. So those are just some options. Once again, Tessarion would probably work, and then the final resort, I mean, maybe not the final resort, but I would also suggest trying out a nuker. So I have a video clip here of me passing the level with another team. I actually struggled on this level because I failed it a couple times. I was trying to get some clips for you guys. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm skipping ahead. So I tried to get some clips for you guys, and I ended up failing. I tried to use Bernard and Spectra together, and then I tried Bernard and Shannon, and I just failed. So I used my brain a little bit, and I was like, okay, I could probably try over and over again and try to get those stuns. Maybe it'll work out. But I thought, okay, this is just not working. I'm going to throw in a nuker and try to do as much damage as I can before I die. Maybe I will be able to pass the level even if I lose some units. So I put in Sig. He managed to tank 2 hits from Leo, which I think was a little bit lucky. So if you have Theomars, I would put Theo in there. If you have Tessarion, I would use Tessarion. It kind of depends on how your Tessarion is built. If he's damage, well, it doesn't really matter either way. But if he's kind of a tanky Tessarion, I don't even know how Tessarions are really built. You can go with the Vero lead and try to slow the whole thing down. If not, if he's just a damage dealing, then you just have to kind of coordinate your monsters with what your goal is, I guess. I'm kind of getting confusing here. I'm kind of rambling and not making much sense. Once again, keep attack bar resetting the Verds because they will have way more of an effect on how many turns the enemies get versus the Spectras slowing you down slightly. So I managed to do it with this team. Despair Stuns OP. Once again, why I would recommend Arya to keep those Despair Stuns up. If you're using Arya, sometimes you need to spread the skills out. So if you manage to stun even 2 of the adds, like if you stun 3 out of 4 of the monsters, you might want to consider saving your Arya's AoE for the next turn to try to land more Despairs. That's something that I've kind of found. You may even want to save your Vero Stomp. So let's say you use, I always like to get dots out as soon as possible. So I always try to use my dots first, and then you could consider saving Vero's Stomp for the next turn. And then depending on how many monsters are stunned, you could then go ahead and use Arya's skill where she glances you and slows you. Once again, the slow is not going to work unless Leo's Oblivioned or he's dead. She can use that skill for more Despair Stuns. It kind of depends. You might have to space it out. That'll be kind of like up to you to decide. So I think those are like all of the tips that I have that I can think of for this level. If I miss anything, I will put it in the description of the video. So I think that's about it. Good luck to everyone who's on this level. I hope you guys pass it, and I hope my tips helped. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you guys in the next video.